So let me just say this first and foremost, and I know that you guys can relate to this in some shape, form, or fashion. I feel like there's somebody or a group of people or several people in your life who have motivated you, inspired you, or uplifted you at some point in your life, right? I think about my grandmother. I think about coaches. I think about teachers. I think about pastors. I think about many different groups of people who have poured into my life, and it has helped me come this far in my life. Now pause for a second. I want you to think about a person or a group of people or several people in your life, if you have them, I pray that you do, who have inspired you, uplifted you, or motivated you. I would not be where I am without those people. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be where you are without those people as well. So I just wanted to take a minute or a moment to just say thank you and I love you. Sending you your flowers right here and right now. Would not be who I am without you. Speaking of that, getting into the message. There's one coach in particular who motivates me, inspires me, and uplifts me every single week. I work out with this guy, and he is easily the most inspiring, or one of the most inspiring people I've ever met in my life. And this guy pushes me to no end. This guy makes me better. This guy, he pushes me to the limit now. I'm just telling you. Some things that I didn't even know I could do, he's exposing in me, and I'm forever thankful for that. And so he called me one day. This was about a couple months ago. He called me, and I know when he calls me, he means business, or he really wants me to do something. He said, there's a video that I want you to watch. And so I said, Coach, what's the video? And he said, well, I want you to just watch this video, and then once you watch it, call me back and give me your opinion on the video. I'm like, okay, cool. I trust you, right? Let me give you another disclaimer. This guy loves the Animal Planet. He loves learning about different animals. He loves learning about who's the baddest animal in the land, what this animal can do, what that animal can do, right? He is engulfed in that type of thing. So I knew it probably had to do with animals. I click on this YouTube link, and there's a lion and there's a warthog in a hole. The lion is over here waiting patiently for the warthog to come out of the hole. It had to be in Africa or wherever it was, right? So I guess the lion eventually gets tired of waiting on this warthog to come out of this hole. I don't know if the warthog is hiding or what he's doing. I mean, I don't know about the history of a warthog. But eventually the lion goes over into the hole and he starts clawing at this hole, and he's digging, and he's digging, and he's digging, and he's going deeper, deeper. He finally gets to where the warthog is. He clenches onto the warthog, right? And then he starts to pull the warthog out of the hole. He's biting and scratching and clawing, and then the warthog, of course, is resisting from this lion. And finally, the lion gets the warthog out of the hole. The warthog is still alive, still scratching, still clawing, you know, trying to get away from this lion, but it's really too late by that point. The lion has done put such a big bite and a hurting on the warthog that he eventually dies, and then of course the lion starts eating the warthog. So I called my coach back after watching this video. It was about a 3-minute video. They chopped it down. Called coach back. He said, Quay, what do you think about the video? What was your take from the video? I said, Coach, what it looks like to me, what I can take away from the video is that you gotta keep clawing and scratching and digging, and you can't give up. When you see something, you gotta get it by any means necessary. If you gotta scratch, if you gotta claw, if you have to go to where that thing is, keep going. That lion did not give up. He didn't care how deep that warthog was in that hole. He went down there and scratched and clawed for minutes. I mean, I can only imagine of how long he had to scratch and claw and dig to get to that warthog. But guess what he did? He scratched, he clawed, and he digged until he got to that warthog. He pulled that joker up, and then he had dinner later on, right? How long will you scratch? How long will you claw? How long will you dig? How far will you go to make things happen? Yes, I'm speaking to myself too, because there's a lot of things that are left to do in my life, I feel like. And I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm not trying to quote scripture to you, but I'm just saying the word says that I shall see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. So I already know that there's more in store for me in my life, and there's more in store for you in your life too. But it says faith without works is dead. So we can have faith, but if we're not working towards something, it's not going to mean a hill of beans, as the old folks say. So how hard are you working? You got faith, but how hard are you working? How far are you willing to go? How long are you willing to dig? I mean, you've got to make it happen. Nobody can do it but you. Nobody said, hey, lion, go over there and get that warthog out of that hole. No, the lion had to make his mind up to go in that hole and get that warthog, because if he didn't, he knew that he probably wasn't going to eat. You got to have that mindset right there. I heard a great man say once, you got to be hungry. I've heard a great man say that. I believe it was Les Brown. You got to be hungry now. So how far are you willing to go? How far are you willing to go? Sometimes the journey is short. Sometimes the journey is long. It doesn't matter how long or short it is. You got to be willing to go. You got to be relentless. You got to just throw yourself away. And there's got to be something on the inside of you that says, I've got to get this done. I've got to make this happen. This has got to pull through this time. I have to do this because of this. I have to do this because of that. I've got people depending on me. I've got too much investing in this thing. I've got too much riding on this. I don't know. You know your situation better than I do, but what I'm saying is, how long and how far, how deep will you go to make it happen? It's on you. It ain't on me. You can listen to this video every day. You can replay this video every single day. But until you decide to dig, until you decide to claw, until you decide to go in that hole and pull back up the things that you've been wanting in your life, it won't happen. I talked about this a couple weeks ago. You have to exhaust all resources before you give up, before you stop scratching, before you stop clawing, before you stop digging. Make sure that you're exhausting all resources. And then you know what? Even after you've exhausted all resources, at that point, still don't stop. Just like that lion. That joker did not give up. He went in that hole, he scratched, he clawed, he digged until he got that warthog out. And the most amazing part about it is when he got him out, he still had to put up a fight just to kill it and eat it. So even when you think that you're at your end, don't stop. You still got work to do. Some of us get to a certain place in our lives and we think that we are as successful as we're going to be, and then we just shut down. We just stop. We think we've arrived. No, you have not arrived. You've got to keep going. Keep going. That's what you got to do. I hope this hits home for you. It hits home for me. I'm speaking to myself as I'm speaking to you right now. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Listen, share this video with somebody. We have 3 more days left. 3 more days left of these 7 sayings and 7 minutes of encouragement. Hope you guys have enjoyed this day. Once again, go back and look at the top 10 most encouraging moments, and also go back and look at the first few days of the 7 sayings of encouragement. You know I love y'all. Peace.